Hey everybody, XCI here. Welcome back to a planned Let's Play of Dragon Age Inquisition. And now we have Somli. We are back in Skyhold. Thought you had granted them power over the fate itself. Who's talking right now? Though they sang hymns of praise unending. Though they could do anything. They destroyed nothing, created nothing, loved nothing. That was a spear. Okay, we're done. That's a chance. Alright, into the map room we go. Check that to see if there's anything new on the table that opened up after that main plot item. We have that, but oh, good. We got it. An Inquisition perk here. What can I choose here? Trading in proper weight distribution, increase the resistance being unseated. I don't care about that. True grit. Wow, 10% increase to all defenses. That's crazy. More healing potions, mage schematics. No, I don't care. I don't care. Nope, this one's done. So, secrets. Optimal cutting. Wow. Oh, that's for herbs? I was told that's really good, though. Eagle eye. Spotting? Nah. Yeah. I think it's time to get deft hands. Find tools. I think that's probably the one. Forward scouts. Reveals additional landmarks and points of interest on the maps for every area. Reveals additional? Wouldn't that just get you more points, like, faster? What the hell? Can receive training to cover a wider area and identify items of interest to me. Oh, I think you just get them called out to you straight up instead of having to, like, run into them or something like that. Connections. Sterling reputation, 10% more for item. No, it's good for money purposes, but this one. Think about this one. The rare stocks. Inquisition procurers can leverage the organization's reputation to purchase a shipment of rare and valuable raw materials. And you know what? I'm not really having an easy time. Well, I mean, right now it's going to be this one. It's just, you know what? I'm done. It's this one. I can't really make a decision otherwise right now. So I made one. We're gonna go get those locked doors and settle that. Okay, so we have some. We're gonna collect some stuff here. Let's bring them all in. They've been sitting around and just waiting eagerly for us to come home. We have some new places to go to, which is exciting. So let's go to the top of the map here. College of Magi. A situation is unfolding in the Navarran city of Cumberland, location of the College of Magi, which, until the outbreak of the Major Rebellion, was the philosophical heart of the Circle of Magi. Now mostly abandoned, it has become the home to a number of mage refugees. This has drawn the ire of local citizens, and mobs are threatened to assault the college and burn it to the ground, with Duke, Sandrol, and Axis doing nothing to stop them. Inquisition agents suspect the Venatori agents are behind the mobs, looking to recover artifacts from the college once its magical defenses are breached. Use diplomacy with Duke Sandral. He must be convinced to intercede. We should send in agents to evacuate the college. They can be brought to Skyhold along with their artifacts, probably. Send in a force to occupy the college. We can protect the innocents and recover anything useful. Show of force. Go. Okay, let's just hold up. We'll go back there in a second. We have alliances, getting things moving. Many of the nobility in the Orleans capital have settled their secondary differences and are rallying behind two families. The Des Rosiers are old money, well respected, but viewed as traditional and stubborn. The Thibaults rose with the popular merchant consortium and are considered new money and progressive, while the intent of both families was to rival us politically. If we declare for one of them, we may manipulate events in our favor. Lord Pirenne des Rosiers has not asked for our allegiance, but may respect our rising might. Lady Valise Thibault speaks for her investors and is interested in forward-thinking alliances. Well, I mean, my gut. Old money, well respected, but viewed as traditional and stubborn. No, Thibault. We certainly have the forces. That is simple demonstration to nope. I can draw a number of agreements that tie us a little beyond ceremony. That will gain the initial interest of the Thibaults.
At your service.
Way goes Josephine. Okay, and then we have this one. Protect Valgomorrah from Darkspawn. Your worship, my town of Valgomorrah has been besieged by Darkspawn. I cannot fathom where the loathsome beasts have come from, but I beg the Inquisition for assistance. My own humble forces have already been dispatched to help in your own noble efforts, leaving my people ill-equipped against a savage host. Word of your redemption of the Grey Wardens has already spread far. Please, if you can spare them, Valgomorrah lives or dies by your word. Well then, that one sounds like a military intervention. It is odd to see a town threatened by Darkspawn. I suggest we investigate before committing forces. Oh? Are you pulling shenanigans? Really short times there. The Grey Wardens are the best in the world. The Grey Wardens are the best in the world against Darkspawn. This is their chance to shine. Why would you be making me second guess this right now, Liliana? It is odd to see a town threatened by Darkspawn. I suggest we investigate. It is odd to see. It doesn't matter if it's odd to see. We're being told that, well, it could be a play, right? It could be a play. And who would you trust? I'm off camera again. You would trust Liliana. Grey Wardens are the best in the world against Darkspawn. This is their chance to shine. This is true. This is also true. This is also true. I'm gonna protect them. I'm gonna go gullible, if need be. I'm gonna go and protect them with might. And then we have this one: Dwarven slaves in Venatori hands. Oh. A report from one of Cullen's forward scouts. Sightings in the north of Red Templars with armor and weapons adorned with Dwarven runes. There are no known entrances to the deep roads in that area, and no missives from Orzammar about missing traders, but they keep next to non-existent records of surface dwarves. The Venatori may be making use of Dwarven slaves, possibly from Tevinter. Not their usual preference, but also not the first unusual things they have done. Recommend further investigation in force. Well, that's probably a Cullen one. Let's see what they say. The local landholders will get our scouts access, but will likely require additional incentive to risk their forces against Venatori. Send a select group to observe. We don't want to alarm the Venatori. We know they are all too willing to sacrifice their captives. If there's a hint of Venatori enclave, especially one supplying weapons, we need to crush it. That's true. That's true. Sacrifice some captives. Let's go with Liliana.
Inquisitor.
You're gonna go in and scout. So we have this one to do up here, and we probably have some Ferelden stuff. So let's go check Ferelden side. Yeah, we do. Busy. Investigate Lord Enzo of Antiva. Lord Enzo. Sounds familiar. Lord Enzo. Enzo. Anyways, a report from Antiva delivered to Liliana. The Venatori are smuggling Radlarium into Antiva, but thus far they have evaded our grasp. We believe Lord Enzo of Rialto is assisting them. Enzo is clever, well liked, and has relations among Antivan royalty. If we approach him without proof, he will bury his tracks and turn his allies against us. We must handle this carefully. Masson. Probably just Mason. Hard in Hightown. Trouble in Skyhold. Copies of Hard in Hightown and Hard in Hightown 3, the repuncheoning, sit side by side on the table along with a note. Nightingale. Found several similarities to events in Varric's book, but all are slightly off. Dead magistrate was not in his home. Man found murdered in locked room was a compt, not magistrate. Executors did not send warning note directly to Donan. Obviously, object of plot is Sword of Asarian, not a penny dreadful author. Close look at the rip-off book shows numerous grammatical and spelling errors that seemed random at first, but ciphers believe might contain coded information. Killer and author are clearly linked. Either the murder investigation or the code might lead us to a target. Scrivener. Well, that's a Liliana one, I guess. She can investigate. She's my investigator. Reparations for Redcliffe. A letter has arrived, stamped with the seal of Redcliffe. As the Inquisition has assumed responsibility for the major rebellion, the Arling of Redcliffe holds you accountable for the losses suffered by our people while providing hospitality to your mage allies. A freehold in Rains Fair was burnt to the ground when a mage inside lost control of his abilities. 2 farms outside Redcliffe village suffered crop loss and structural damage due to frost spells. 5 people in Redcliffe village were injured by lightning spells cast by panicked children. I trust this matter can be concluded without the involvement of the crown. Tegan Garrett. Alright, well, I mean, we're going to have to deal with it, but that sounds like it possibly, Colin or Josephine, political matter. We'll see what that says after. Investigate Frostback Basin. We've scouted the region and set up camp. Professor Kenrick has the scouts gathering anything they can find. So far, we've uncovered a lot of very old buckles. We've already read this. This is completed. Oh, right. No, that's a DLC. Stop it. Stop clicking that. Oh, I saw this ball thing and I thought it was a star. Okay, so we're good for now for a few minutes. We have a couple things possibly to take care of. Did I see another flashing star over here? Maybe up here. Anyways, let's check codexes real quick while what the, oh, that's right, turn it, I got the quest in. Okay, so codexes, oops, creatures, and we have giant spiders. I thought we've read, I thought we would have encountered these already though. I'm going to assume we've read these. It's like, how can they be hiding is what I believe. So I don't know, maybe we got this here, damage against beasts increased. I don't know. I'll move on. I am fairly certain I read that one, so I'm not gonna bother. We have this one here, terror. All right, let's read it again. I don't seem to remember this one. We heard their screams from miles away, out in the darkness where we couldn't see anything. Once back when I worked on my uncle's farmhold in the Venatori, there was a calf that fell into a gulch and broke its leg. I should have run for help, but I thought I could drag it back to safety on my own. I wasn't strong enough, however, and each time I tried to pull its leg, the calf's screaming haunts me to this day. And that's what I heard out there, like that calf was coming for me. Come to rip off my leg ever so slowly, so I knew what it felt like. But we all heard something different, you see. One of the others said he'd run into Darkspawn at Ostagar, and the screams he heard was from something called a shriek. Remember those? Were there shrieks in Dragon Age 2? I don't remember. Another said it was a... Oh wait, no, the shriek was introduced in... No. Was it? No, there were shrieks in Awakening. They weren't in Origins, but they were in Awakening. Oh my god, I forget where all these things appeared. Another said it was a dragon roar, just like the beast that burned his family. That's when I knew what was out there was a demon, something that wasn't just looking to make us afraid. It wanted us gibbering in terror. It wanted us running for our lives, and we did. I couldn't rightly tell you what it even looked like. There was something in the shadows, and even though we were ready when it let out that howl, I turned and ran. I couldn't even control myself. My bowels turned to water. I dropped my sword and I took off. It was only later when I realized I was separated from the others, and that there were more of those demons out there, hungry for more of my panicked tears. From a report given by Heren, soldier of the Ferelden army. Heren. I don't know why they'd use that name since it's already a character. It sort of insinuates that it is the same, but I don't know. I don't see Haran doing that though. What's in here? Wow, look at all of the empty cards still on this one. Whew. Intimidating. Here lies the abyss. Here lies the abyss, the well of all souls. From these emerald waters doth life begin anew. Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you. In my arms lies eternity. Chantry sisters have long debated this section of the Chant of Light. It is tempting to assume that the Well of All Souls is a literal well, but such imagery appears nowhere in Andraste's other works. An examination of Theronides 1-2 yields clues. From the waters of the Fade you made the world. As the Fade had been fluid, so was the world fixed. It is possible, even likely, that the emerald waters Andraste refers to are the substance of the Fade, which began as an ocean of dreams. That's very Dante's Inferno right there. And we reduced to a well, and the 9 layers of hell, and butts, etc., and the planes. And was reduced to a well, bottomless, but limited in scope by the Maker's creation of our world. In Andraste, Is Andraste urging the listener to come to the Fade? Should we take from these emerald waters doth life begin anew as literal evidence of reincarnation, or even of life after death, as the cult of spirits suggests, or as a figurative benediction indicating that the Maker is the source of all life, and in finding his embrace for eternity, we will only be returning our souls from whence they came? Yeah, sort of. Whatever you want to take from that. On Skyhold. Okay, the first two we read, it's this one right here. Possible references to Skyhold in the readings of the Great Library of Valgomorrah. What follows are the names of these powers that may have held a fortress in the region. Unfortunately, time and records are such that for many the name is all that is known, and some of those are merely as referenced in other works. Your fortress is a vagabond, but years will do that to stone well made. The Tan Empire, passing mention of an unseen trading partner occupying Where Hold the Sky, in the Ravani ballad of Kintam of Nal. Thought fictional, date uncertain. This is interesting. Father of Rast, and that Ferelden built upon the sky, mentioned as a possible destination of the spirit of the dead Ban. A Ferelden lullaby dated to the Exalted Age. Lady Bander of She, Ferelden highwayman banished in 483 Black, thought to use a place in the clouds as refuge. Spire, Orlesian tavern song mentioning Skyhold by name as a fanciful utopia, but also claiming nugs with wings and a dragon that blows bubbles. Tiorn V. Possible etching of major Skyhold features, but no context available. Unknown language. The tile has never been translated. Pre-glory? Tevinter carving. A broken relief that matches the outline of the main gate, but all possible scholarship suggests a structure outside Minrathel's pre-divine. Possible shared inspiration, but it is not known in what direction. Studies continues. We will praise you of any other references of worth. Crazy talk. Something's up. All right, we're done here. A codex, and we got some more codex updates for reading codexes, I suppose. And Cullen's ready to turn his stuff in, huh? Well, who else can we talk to while we're here? We've talked to Josephine. Well, we have to do rounds outside at this point. Tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a break here. We're gonna go take care of equipment, then I'm gonna come sit on that throne and see what's up. I'll bring you back here because, of course, I've lost about 20 minutes. So, or something. I don't even know. I lost time. Okay, so we have this Bloodwake here, which I picked up, which is pretty good, actually. It's another fire staff. It's pretty good. It's not as good as my stuff, obviously, but this one does give you an opportunity to put an empty grip and a blade on it, though. So, I'm going to try to put something on there. I don't think I have anything. I would have to make it, so I don't want to do it right now. I don't really need another fire blade. I don't think is it going to get higher? I don't know. Maybe I will do some damage bonus. It's got the spirit rune on there, which is pretty good. I guess you get the spirit damage. It's only plus 10. Plus 20 versus living, though. I feel like that's come more in handy. Sort of, I don't know. If you keep fighting demons, not so much spirit. But it does. The point is, 107 Somley doesn't really matter. But we have a Solace here, where this one all of a sudden is slightly better. But see, it's that plus 16 to magic. How in the hell is that 94 DPS, including the plus 16 magic bonuses and the 20 damage to living? I don't know if it is. I don't know. So I feel like this one, the custom one, is still better overall. So for that reason, I'm in storage right now. I'm going to deposit that one. It's level 16 or anyways. I can't really put it on any of the other ones. So it's there in case we want to come back to it. We can't. But right now and move on. I think the packs are mostly cleared. Did I end up selling? Everything else is sold. Okay. So we're going to go back to the table now because some people have finished up here. So let's see where they're at before we move on. I do have to still do another round of people, potentially. We have the inn to go to. We've the Cullen, the Bull, Sarah, Cole, Vivienne. Alright, we have this one done. Let's go get her. Protect Valgomorrah from Darkspawn Inquisitor. The Grey Wardens fought bravely and with great skill. The town of Valgomorrah was saved, and the Wardens themselves took few casualties. They await further commands. There you go. Find source of... Oh, so we got another quest out of it. Find source. Inquisitor, Darkspawn at Valgomorrah have been slain, but it remains unclear what brought these creatures to the surface. There is no obvious signs, and I am concerned that they might still pose a danger. Marquis Buffon has made clear her wishes that we now depart, which leaves me even more suspicious, as most would... Well, you see? Liliana might have figured that one out. As most would welcome further help in these dangerous times. The Grey Wardens have volunteered to assist with the investigation of this mystery in whatever capacity Inquisition deems most fitting. We await your orders. Alright, now at this point I actually do feel like I need to maybe take a step back here. The blight is many things, but it is not subtle. My scouts can easily track the corruption to the source. Okay, I might...
The captain sent back sketches of the walls. Our experts say they look elven.
Interesting. Does Corypheus send scholars to find something the elves buried? Or something buried with them?
Let the wardens spread out, scour the area. They'll find out where those darkspawn are coming from soon enough. So this is like, you can force it. You can just spread out across the land and force it. Or we can send out scouts. It seems like a scouting mission. Someone may have been mining the area. No, this is not for you, Josephine. Back up. Because, hold on. So there's... Because I know there was something else, right? So we have it in progress. What was I saying about this College of Magi? Was this what I was saying? We should send in agents, evacuate, or go in by force. I say by force. Navarran College of Magi... I'm going by force.
All right.
5 hours. Damn. Okie dokie. That one's done. We have this. Wicked Eyes. 30 points. We can kick this off. In progress. I'm ahead here. I can clear out the Western Approach. I feel like that's gonna... In 2 days. I can finish off Western Approach in 2 days. Hell, I could probably cut into it pretty healthily right now. Like, right now. Should I do it? Like, right now? Yeah, I feel like I want to go out and do some stuff. Yeah. Not this. Although, what the heck was that? Wait a minute. Oh, the throne. Ah! There we go. Check the throne out. Who am I judging? Let's see.
Adamant's influence continues, Your Worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
He's probably gonna get killed. That's my gut right now. Well, this will be quick. No, let's...
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
Don't like
on
the way
the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground ye trod in your pathetic life. I serve a living God.
Yeah, not the proper
Bring
way
down
to come
your
at us.
blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Alright, don't ask for it. Oh, see. See, it goes back to my point though. That's punishment. Like, this is when you use it. It's as actual punishment, not perceived danger and then you're punished. Actual crimes are committed, and these like massive crimes. The fear of tranquility for mage criminals becomes very serious. What do you see? This is where somebody has a little bit of darkness, Dan, when it comes to some of this stuff. I need to start trying to bring it out. He's not. I mean, he would just strike someone down. But this is beyond that. This needs to be a symbol. Like, it needs to be like, the point needs to be made. But I'm gonna get hate. I'm gonna get hate. Even though I feel like I know I'm gonna get hate. I feel like the game is gonna do that, but I wish they wouldn't. I suspect like the mage characters are gonna not agree with this. I wish the game wouldn't do that. I'm saying this as if I know, because I feel like I'm gonna click this. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like there's the game doesn't give you a range. It doesn't give you. Give me a sec here. Jeez. I was thinking about this earlier today, you know? It's like, for a setting that's known for its grayness, the setting, the lore, the way things are written, the way whole swaths of ideas are presented are very black and white. And that's, by the third game, it's starting to get to me a little bit. Starting to get to me a little bit. Like, you know... There's like a broadness. There's this broad brush painted to define whole groups of people, whole groups of orders, whole countries, painted with these broad brushes, you know. And then there's grayness. There's grayness to everything. All these decisions and consequences are never very clear. But the strangeness is the setting is very black and white with its things, which is like you have to use headcanon to find the grayness of some of the ideas. You know, they're very polarizing. Like, I don't know what I was thinking about in regards to why I'm saying all of this, but and again, I'm saying it's not that it is in the world that things are that black and white. It's that it's been presented very black and white. Like, I'm going to cut around whatever rant I just went on because it's not relevant. It's not that relevant. Give them to the wardens. I guess I give. You know what? Somebody might be that kind of I feel like tranquility. I just feel like the meta I feel like there's meta there is going to infuriate me, and I don't want to be infuriated by the game doing what it does more often than I wish it did. I think I've made that clear. And I don't even know. You're free to tell me in the comments whether I'm right or not. Like, the mage characters are going to hate this. Except maybe Bull. He's not a mage, but I could see the Coon. Because he would have been brainwashed into like thinking that, you know, you silence them. You know what I mean? Like, you just sew their mouths shut. So tranquility wouldn't be something odd to Bull. It's like this guy, it's punishment is punishment deserved sort of thing. That's how I'm reading it. Vivienne. I don't actually know. I actually don't know. I suspect someone like Cole would hate this. Solace would hate this. I don't know how Sarah would. I don't know how a lot of people. What am I thinking here? Dorian. Dorian would. Oh, I don't know. Now I don't know. I don't know how to read it. I just figure that Cassandra would probably be okay with it, but again, why in the game, right? If I'm right, I don't know these things. You know what? Why am I having this conversation? I just said I cut around a bunch of this crap. So, jail him and lose the key. Now, if I jail him, does he go downstairs and then I can talk to him for the rest of the game? Because that would, I mean, I don't want to hear this asshole. Give him to the wardens. And then he might pull his shenanigans with his blood magic and then align with Corypheus. This guy's willing to die. He's obviously he's almost willing to kill himself just to serve Corypheus at this point. So this is literally...
You are the worst of us. The damage you have done is beyond all reckoning.
I was right about two.
A mage's crime, a mage's punishment. Lord Livius Erimond of Verantium, I deny you death. Tranquility.
You cannot!
See?
I'm a lord, you pissats! I will not lose myself!
I made a lot of enemies there. They're not enemies. They just weren't happy. I knew it, though. It's bound to feel that way, though. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what decision you make, you're going to get this flurry of activity where you go, Oh, really? But I knew that some of the people I kept close were not going to be happy there. But that's what my rants were all about, you know? It's like, why? Why do you have to see tranquility as a black and white thing? We're talking. This world is all about this grayness, and it's moments like that where I see those kinds of things, like disapproval from certain characters. You go, but why? Why would you be disapproving here? Like, are you not seeing what this guy did, what he's capable of? Is there no notion that maybe the punishment, there needs to be that kind of punishment for certain crimes, so that it can be an example, Like, it's not complicated. It doesn't get more complicated than that. But when you get these disapproval ratings, you're like, no, the game is not getting it. Then I get bothered by it, man. I do, because I feel like I'm not in control anymore of things. I'm not in control of things because there's these blanket ideas, and it's like there's no nuance in a setting. Why am I repeating this? In a setting that's so gray, there's no nuance when it comes to certain disapprovals and approvals. There's no nuance, and it really stands out with things like that, where I think they try to be very gray about things, but it's not. Come on, it's not gray. This guy deserves to be punished. He doesn't deserve to be killed. He's asking for death. Like, you don't give the guys like this what they want. What is this? Oh, cool. You saw.
What did I tell you?
You give them a life where they can't even contemplate. Like, you know what I mean? It's the worst thing you can do to a mage criminal. It's the worst. So you give it to them.
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant.
I don't regret a thing.
Like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
Do this myself. Jeez. Thank you.
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the charges?
You sealed the main rift at Adamant, but the fortress is still a mess. Demons, darkspawn, making knows what. I could take Rocky out there with some of the boys. They know how to bring down walls. We can't close rifts, but we can bury the bastards under a ton of rubble.
I wanted to talk about you, if that's all right.
You know, I'm from Tevinter. Wasn't a slave, but even citizens have it rough if they're not mages. I was a soldier, but women joined the ranks under a different program. When they found out I was passing, it got ugly. I ran, that ball near the border, and ended up here. Not a life I'd wish on everyone, but it'll do.
Oh, this is new.
What's Tevinter like for a citizen? Someone who isn't a slave or a mage?
I'm of the Separati, citizens who aren't mages. Mages are in charge and everyone knows it. But a wealthy merchant can have an easy life. At the low end, people just try to stay out of slavery. My father was a tailor. I joined the army after the Imperial slaves drove him under.
How did slaves drive your family out of business?
My father made shirts, aprons, that kind of thing. Nothing fancy. One of the magisters had a pet project to prevent the poor from dying of cold in the winter. Nice, right? You get Imperial slaves making simple peasant clothes and selling them for almost nothing.
Wow.
That magister's nice idea put out slave-made clothes at prices my father couldn't match.
Wow.
It's difficult to compete with someone who doesn't get paid.
That's Tevinter. My father sold himself into slavery. He's one of the Servus Publicus, the Imperium-owned slaves now.
Oh my god. Wow.
You said you left Tevinter when they discovered your secret.
Women are allowed to serve, but only in certain ranks and disciplines. I was up for promotion, but the healer I'd bribed to sign off on my physical had to tend to a sick magister. When the replacement healer saw what was or wasn't in my paths, he made threats. It was slavery or death, so I knocked him out and ran.
I'm surprised you escaped from the Tevinter Imperium so easily.
It's not like I lived in Minrathous. I was in Trevis, not far from the Navarran border. It helped that I was being chased as a deserter, not a runaway slave. Slave hunters only get paid for what they catch. They're efficient bastards.
It's against the law to pass as a man.
It's a crime to lie on an Imperial application for service. Would have been a heavy fine or slavery. For 10 silvers, the healer said he'd tell the Tribune I was sick in the head. Some pity for the mad little girl. That was when I hit him. I'd served for a few years. I was good at hitting.
Why did you decide to live as a man?
I didn't decide anything. I've been like this my whole life. My parents wanted me to marry up. They tried to find me a nice merchant's son. Every day, put on a dress, look into my father's shaving mirror, and just hate myself.
Whoa, this is an interesting way to kind of have this conversation.
How did your family react when you started?
My mother wanted to throw me out. She said if I didn't marry well, I was dooming the family to slavery. She was happy to take the money I set as a soldier, though. Not that it mattered in the end. My father. When I was little, he'd angle his mirror down so I could pretend to shave, just like him. He never said anything, but I think he knew.
If you had the chance to use magic, would you change all the way?
What? No. I don't want any magic like that within 10 yards of my body. When I was younger, I don't know. Everyone has silly dreams. In Tevinter, dreams like that get you killed. Bull helped me make a good life. Nice armor and a well-placed sock, and I'm happy.
We'll talk later.
Well. Destroy him in Fortress Operation available. Okay, we got something off him. Nope.
Ah, come on, Krim. I'm working my ass off trying to get you to see that move.
That sounds
You
like
still got plenty of arse left, Chief. Your worship.
Glad you came by. I got a letter from my contacts in the Ben Hasrath. Already verified it with Red.
Do you want to discuss this alone?
Not like I was hiding it from my boys. Besides, right now, I need to hit something.
You know they've got training dummies, Chief.
The training dummy might actually defend itself against the shield bash. Anyway, the Ben Hasrath letter.
What did the letter say?
The Ben Hasrath have been reading my reports. They don't like Corypheus or his Venatori. And they really don't like Red Lyrium. They're ready to work with us. With you, boss. The Qunari and the Inquisition. Joining forces.
God. Whoa. Whoa.
That could be a powerful alliance.
My people have never made a full-blown alliance with a foreign power before. This would be a big step.
Weird. Oh, concerning, actually.
They found a massive Red Lyrium shipping operation out on the coast.
They wanted us to hit it together. Talked about bringing in one of their dreadnoughts. Always wanted to see one of those big warships in action.
Did you see that? Go get some water. They're worried about tipping the smugglers, so no army. My chargers, you, maybe some backup.
What does this alliance really get us?
They wouldn't use the word alliance if they didn't mean it. Naval power. More Ben Hasrath reports. Qunari soldiers pointed at the Venatori. It could do a lot of good.
You don't seem entirely happy about this.
No, I'm good. It's... I'm used to them being over there. It's been a while.
I thought Qunari wanted to extend their reach to the whole world.
Yeah. Just didn't think I'd see it. Look, the Qun answers a lot of questions. It's a good life for a lot of people. But it's a big change, and a lot of folks here wouldn't do so well under that kind of life. I guess it's not like we're converting. This is just us joining forces against Corypheus. On that front, I think we're good.
I think the Inquisition could use some help from the Qunari.
Good. I'll pass on word to Cullen and
Somebody
Red.
has no bias.
We can set up the meeting whenever you're ready.
Because I have thoughts. As is, I didn't think that was going to be a thing. Okay, so we're going down that path now. Okay, let's do it.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Are you all right? You seem very intent.
I am. This needs to be done before I forget. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
Probably would have been slightly different, but it's all right. Be careful about what. So these lines are so weirdly, again, they're not really clear on what, sure.
Fair enough. Just be careful what you write.
Do not be concerned. I am a poor writer,
there's a layer to
but
that,
not unaware of the
Concern.
weight my words might carry. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
Okay. This is angling in the right direction here. Oh, I don't have an Andraste option. Okay, then I guess.
Do you really think it might have been her? A ghost?
Okay,
a ghost.
I'm confused.
A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good.
Just pretending.
Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Why would that be a special response? Maybe it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm gonna take this as like more of a. I don't know how the game is gonna interpret it. It doesn't matter.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It's what you believe.
It matters to me, to what I must write.
Yeah, so
I
believe
wish
it.
I'd seen her,
Write it.
seen it. I feel so inadequate trying to interpret.
And we're good. This is like believe it was her, like it was Justinia proper. He doesn't. Does he know exactly what it is? No. But he believes. He believes something, and I can't really take that option. So, I guess it was partly her. It was sort of her.
I believe it was the Divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it.
With the power of Andraste. She helped one last time with the power of Andraste.
When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the truth this time. No more legends lost to the ages.
Well, yeah, truth is a tricky word, right? You can't, that's the thing. That's where, okay, maybe that was the be careful liners, right? Like, be careful, because you can't describe what happened in the Fade. You can't. Because everyone has a different description. You can get my description of what it was, but what I saw wasn't what other people saw. What I heard wasn't what other people heard. We all got through it in the same space, quote unquote. But that space was not the same thing for everybody, and so there's no truth there. The truth is by perception, belief, and so you believe what you want, and then have the willpower to back it up. Why are you sitting down? Hey,
What have you done now?
Nothing.
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I'm without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
Hey, it's Eveline.
This is your doing.
I know it's all kind of like a I know he's like he was getting all the inspiration from the Dragon Age 2 experience. What happened in there? All the character Dawnake, right? It's like, but anyways. Now I'm gonna joke around. Awkwardly,
yes.
hopefully.
Do you really think I'd miss this?
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
Ha! You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsmen...
Don't tell me!
What was on the back cover?
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Greatly approves because of the book thing.
Thank you.
Varric's the one you should be thanking.
I am but a humble servant to my loyal readers.
I wonder if I have time to read the
strange.
first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any.
Varric. I like that smirk. That was
Completely
good.
worth it.
Okay, let's see if we got some more out of Cassandra.
Do you need something?
Oh.
Do you have any advice for me?
Now that the Grey Warden threat is dealt with, we must investigate the assassination plot. One
Okay,
can
then.
only hope it's not too late. More chaos in Olay only helps Corypheus.
Do you have any advice for me?
Nothing that you could not think of yourself, Inquisitor.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Guilty pleasures. Okie dokie. We need to go... We need to go back into the inn. Oh, thanks for leaving the door open for me, man.
From Haven's fire
Crab.
come we
Figure out how to sit down properly, Crab.
to Skyhold now, a fortress strong and free.
Let's go to Sarah. We haven't talked to her in a while. Oh, I don't know. As much as everyone else, so... What was that? Oh, books. Sure, let's keep taking them. Oh, wow. Okay, then.
Heard what went on in that Fade thing. What you think went on. Can't even start to believe that
Clockwork.
business.
See if we can convert her. Give her something to believe in. There's nothing out there. Not. Okay, I know what I meant. That's Berkeley. Seeing is believing. Perception is belief. To believe is to perceive. Perceive is to believe. Okay, let's go.
It's hard to describe. Guess you had to be there.
No friggin' thanks. Some people are still there. Stroud, yeah? Lost a serious moustache there. And in trade, a busted down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or... I don't know. Maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden? You forget the hero of Ferelden.
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than Blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the adamant ones. Need more like him. You have a problem. That, over there, is a full tavern. But everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging. And they'll fall on their swords before Corypheus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You win or not?
I don't understand how annoying my people will help.
Look, you have experts for everything. And I know a bunch of tight-ass people when I see them. Oh, sure, they'll complain. But they'll really mean, thank you for distracting me from the end of the stupid world. Come on!
Oh no. Not one of these choices again. No, Salma's not gonna.
I get what you're trying to do, but it's not for me. You go ahead.
The mission feels weird. But fine, you go not have fun. Way too much of that not having fun around here. I'm going to hide a snake somewhere roughly.
If she hurts someone, though, we're gonna have some problems. We're gonna have some problems. Alright. What else can we do with her?
There's you, yeah.
She's doing push-ups? What the hell was she doing? What's this? Oh. Oh. No. And no.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again with your people. Right, which ones?
I don't think any of this is new. Alright, never mind. I got confused.
We'll talk later.
I was drinking alone
Good,
downstairs.
right?
I'm sorry.
I'll be here.
Alright then. Head for storm. Oh. Head for the Storm Coast with Bull. Oh, it's his quest. It's not just a glitch. It's. Oh, damn. I'm kind of very curious. Oh, dear. Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, heyo.
Yes. No. But you like demons. I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic. He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
Spirits.
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe. If Solus won't do the ritual to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages. And then I'm not me anymore. Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
Interesting.
Isn't it extreme for Solus to bind you? What if that takes away the part of you that makes you... you?
Helping makes me who I am. I help the hurting. That is what I do. All I do. Am. Me. And if binding you erases your mind? Your consciousness? You wouldn't make me hurt innocent people. I don't want to hurt innocent people again.
Just choose not to do it, dude.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman. Good. They will not take me.
They... Alright. I'm not gonna go back to the prison. I don't think anyone will be down there. Okay, we have to talk to Colin. Where would Colin be? Why am I always forgetting? I think he's on this side. That's what I'm thinking. He's on... Whoops. That was not an intentional fall, but let's pretend that it was. Probably over...
That Corypheus, he's a hammer, smashing everything. The Conclave, Haven, Adamant.
That's why we have walls.
We had walls before.
Not like this. Haven wasn't anything like this.
We need to go up and through some of these areas here, because I can't seem to remember how to get into him in a simple way. It's probably right here, right? Colin? Hey, oh. Who?
Inquisitor?
Who are
if
you?
You're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Secret Pentagast. That makes me sick. That makes me my stomach actually turn a little bit when I fall from certain heights. Oh no! Why am I seeing stuttering going on right now? Should be doing this. Secret Pentagast.
You got your wish, sort of.
Right. Grey Wardens.
Not so sure you want them now.
Let's just say I'm glad they're moving on.
Cullen? Cullen is nowhere near Pentagast.
Inquisitor.
Where's Cullen?
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
But, well, I mean, he'd be in the war room then. What the hell? What is this? Was it what? What is this perseverance? Oh.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word.
is this the,
it's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
No.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
Yes. And I respect his decision.
As do I. Not that he's willing to listen. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Shouldn't this be Cullen's decision?
Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this.
Jeez.
I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
Flame of interest. Okay. Let's go to the table. Push one last round. Demands of the... Yeah, no, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll go around. Okay, let's... Okay, table. Cullen, you feeling good, buddy? Okay, got this right here. Former slaves in Venatori hands. A report has arrived from the site of the suspected Venatori enclave. It is nonsensical given accepted historical record. Located Venatori enclave fires on approach. Assumed they torched their camp while retreating. Not the case. Camp already destroyed. Venatori dead. Dwarven tools found, but no dwarves, alive or dead. One deep stalker corpse found. Signs of blight, corruption. Best guess Venatori surprised by forces emerging from the camp. Well collapsed, no passage possible. Enclave scored for resources for return to Skyhold. On return to Inquisition camp, message found next to a newly opened sinkhole. We always come for our own. What about you, Inquisition? Binthus, Warhelm, Kal Shirok. The hell? An offer of help on their terms. A letter on dark vellum with obvious dwarven markings. A hole in the surface's oppressor's sky, not our concern. But the thing that did it, if this magister shit really brought the blight and the darkspawn, we're no friend of that. Follow these instructions and you'll catch your enemy sleeping. Tell your soldiers not to leave the main tunnel. That's your only warning. Mythos, Warhelm. The hell? The letter ends with a map to a cave system and the number of troops that can pass. They hold their secrets dear, do as they say, no more, no less. They can have their secrecy, but we don't know the threat on the side of their passage. I'd send double that to even a threat of Venatori. Potential relations with another dwarven thag would be far more beneficial than a minor strike at the Venatori. At the least, send ambassadors with it. No, Josephine, this is a Liliana or Cullen mission. An offer of help on their terms. Liliana dealt with the dwarves with the hero Ferelden. I feel pretty comfortable with what you're saying here. It seems like it is on their terms. Let's play nice. Let's send a spy.
Inquisitor.
Okay, and we have a busy here. Destroy adamant. Destroy. Let's use it as a fort, man. Per my early recommendation, I'd like permission to send some of the chargers to Adamant Fortress. The Inquisition already destroyed most of it. My troops can tear down enough of the rest that it doesn't turn into a stronghold for demons or Venatori or whatever else is out here causing us trouble. Lieutenant Krim. Yeah, okay. Let's go to Ferelden. What's this here? We have judgment. How could you? There is a protest we must attend to, Inquisitor. A group of mages has heard of your judgment of the imposition of tranquility. They wonder why they fight for someone who can impose so brutal a penalty. This is what I was ranting about. This is actually frustrating me. They claim it as a betrayal of the promise of your actions at Redcliffe. We have to deal with this, Inquisitor. We cannot risk a second rebellion at this stage. I had to pay for it. I had to pay for it. Damn it. Just damn it. So who is needed for this? Why is it busy? Alright, well. Obtain amulet for Cole. Regardless of whether Cole is a demon or a spirit, he remains vulnerable to Venatori binding magic. The amulet of the Unbound, used by Raveni seers, is said to protect spirits from such magic. However, finding such an amulet in this part of the world will be difficult. Okay. Okay then. Okay then. So we have to deal with that next, huh? Alright. Alright. Let's see what happens. Man, this is Josephine. Josephine needs to calm people down. Let them see that the punishment was well deserved. This is let's someone list the crimes that this son of a bitch did and why we need to set an example, especially of these Venatori bastards who are still a problem for us. They need to understand that you have something legitimate to fear here. Why is the throne still here? How do I still have a judgment to make? You know what? No, we're done. I have to cut around a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to wrap this one up and I'll be back and we'll judge someone else. Whomever that might be. Gulp. Better not be another maniac mage that I got to make tranquil. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Don't forget to explore, engage, and aspire, buddy.